Good magical morning, sweethearts. How y'all doing? Today's gonna be every day's magical, sweethearts. Today will be a little more graceful. Mercury exits, if you will, its fire trine with Uranus and moves into Virgo. That's going to bathe us all with an energy of abundance, an energy of magic, an energy of a little bit of blissfulness. It'll be a quiet day leading up to tomorrow. Tomorrow is really magical. Good morning, or good afternoon for you, Lorraine. The sun's getting ready to rise. You can see it. Well, maybe you can't see it. I was asked to do a video on light body. Good morning, Nanda. Good morning, Rhea. Good morning, Valerie. Valerie says, I felt the energy all night long. I said you would. It's beautiful. I mean, for some it's intense, and I get that, sweethearts. But it's beautiful. As for the light body, Mel asked me to do a video on light body, and some of you will resonate, some of you won't. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning, Courtney. Big hugs and blessings, sweethearts. Good morning, Rosalie. And integrating the light body. The diamond light body, sweet ones, is really your vehicle to immortality in the physical, if you will. Good morning, Ellen. Big hugs and blessings, beautiful. And I'm going to explain it kind of like this. What weighs you down, if you will, are the walls and the chains that you have around your heart. And in all religious texts, there is truth and untruth. Well, one of the things, and I'm going to use the Christian Bible for this one. One of the things in the Bible, in the religious text, that is truth, states, your body will become lighter than a feather. It also states in the religious text that your heart will be weighed against a feather. Now, sweethearts, as long as you have any kind of walls up around your heart, as long as you have any kind of chains around your heart, on the scales within yourself, that weighs you down, and your heart is not as light as a feather. Good morning, Divish. Big hugs and blessings, beautiful. And so, your journey has been the journey of releasing the walls around your heart. Really unlocking the chains around your heart. Releasing everything in the 4 chambers and all the hidden chambers in those 4 chambers within your heart. The more you release your walls, the more you release the binds, the more you release the chains that you have put around your heart, the lighter your heart becomes. Good morning, Martika. Big hugs and blessings, beautiful. And so, activating the diamond light body is what is going to anchor your physical into the new grid. Now, the new 5D Earth is a light body experience. The more you can anchor in your diamond light body, the more you release of the physical, if you will. Does that mean you're not going to be in a physical vehicle? Well, yes and no. It's not going to be physical as you know it right now. Good morning, Emmy. Big hugs and blessings, beautiful. And to integrate it, that's when you go through those spaces of bliss, sweet ones. That is when all of these energies, these light-encoded filaments are coming in. And that is what activates your crown chakras, or what some people say headaches. The distortions of aches and everything like that. That is upgrading you into your diamond light vehicle, if you will. Your light body is straight energy. It's what you are. Okay, say you're not even on this spiritual journey. when you die, let's just go back to the human aspect of it. When you die a physical death, when you are in this reincarnation cycle, when you die the physical death, you go back to source. You go back to pure energy. You go back to your light body. So the spiritual journey, as you heal within, as you unanchor your heart, if you will, of all the chains and the walls that you have set up because of the distorted experiences for your soul's growth that you came down here to experience, all the hurt and the anger and the wounds, those are the walls that you have put up. Those are the chains that you have put around your heart. And that is why it is encouraged to consistently release, to focus in here. Because really it's your heart that you're unchaining. The more you unchain your heart, the more you are opening yourself up to bring in your diamond light body and raise yourself up. The more you anchor in your light body, again, you're allowing yourself to experience immortality in the physical. Unchain My Heart was such a powerful song at the time already. Absolutely, Rhea. Sharon says, I'm feeling my throat chakra is being tuned or calibrated. It is, Sharon. As we anchor in these light encoded filaments that are coming in and have been coming in, that is the aches and pains, that is the sinuses, that is, you know, you feel like sometimes you're going through the heart chakra. What it's doing is it's anchoring in those light encoded filaments that are coming in here. And the more you can anchor those in, that's why, like last night in my video where I said, you know, you feel that space of bliss up here. And then after you integrate, you bring it into your physical vessel, then you have to go through the period of where you're really tired, of where, you know, you feel like you have dropped from the heavenly realms into the abyss again. Well, it's not that you have dropped into the abyss. It's just that now that you have taken them in, you have brought them into your body, you now have to actually anchor them into the physical earth. You have to anchor your light in that diamond light body into the earth so you can experience immortality in the physical, if you will. Now, that's not going to be like your experience right now, because your experience right now in the flesh, as you're integrating this, is changing every moment. That's why I say, you know, who you are right now is not who you're going to be in a week, because every little bit you do and every little bit you anchor in, and the more you release of the wounds, of the hurt, of the past memories in your cellular DNA, is the more you're anchoring your light body into here, your diamond light body. Now, your diamond light body can take you anywhere. It, you know, the more you anchor it in, you can bilocate. You can you activate all of your creator gifts. You can teleport. You can levitate. You literally are anchoring in your immortality. And that's why, you know, that's why I say don't let this outside world dictate to you. Don't let this outside world, regardless of what it is seeing. Remember, every distortion you're seeing in this outside world, sweet ones, regardless of what it is, chaos, turbulence, murder, war, whatever it is past energy that has to be purged, that has to be released, not only individually, collectively, planetarily, and through time and space, and yet also connecting with our loved ones on the other side of the thinner veil. Absolutely, Rhea. And Courtney says, can it feel neurological with crown chakra? Courtney, yes. Your physical vessel in every way, sweetheart, has to be upgraded, rewired, and recalibrated. And including your nerves. You know, that's why some of you will get those leg cramps, will get those feet cramps, will... and you notice it as far as the neurological and stuff like that. You do notice it throughout your whole body, but you don't notice it so much in the arms as you do your legs. I mean, you don't get arm cramps like you do the leg cramps and stuff like that. And everything has to be recalibrated the more light you take in. And the light body is magical. is magical. Good morning, or good afternoon, Adela. It's afternoon for you. And so, as you anchor more of your light body in, some of you in your dream time, in your meditations, you find yourself in a diamond Merkaba, if you will. And, you know, when you practice working with your diamond Merkaba, you know, and you get them spinning simultaneously, and you can literally go to anywhere in any galaxy in the omniverse. And that is really what your awakening journey is all about, is bringing the light body into the physical so you can experience immortality. So and the more you anchor in your light body, sweethearts, you are giving yourself permission to leave that karmic wheel cycle of incarnation. And that's why we say you will not, even though to those on a lower vibration, if you will, a lower frequency, it will seem like you die a physical death to them, but you really do not die a physical death. Valerie says acceptance of everything that occurs makes it a lot easier as well. Absolutely. And the more you can anchor in, the more you anchor in your light body into the physical earth, the more you, excuse me, the more gentle and graceful your experience becomes, the higher in frequency you rise to. You come to a space where what triggered you 3 years ago that would set you off, it comes to a space where it don't even affect you anymore. And the higher in frequency you go, the more you anchor in your light body, if you will. That's why so much falls away. People fall away, you know. Experiences fall away. I'll use the experience of, you know, women and men sharing pictures of their anatomy. Again, you know, that is just to trigger a space within you that you have been taught to shame your body. You have been taught that sex is strictly a physical gratification rather than the creation itself. You have been taught that to shame your body. You've been taught to be shamed about sex. You've been taught to shame the fact that you go out and you really connect with somebody one night out of the blue and you end up having a one-night stand. And then you feel guilty about it because you're like, but if you think about it, the experience in and of itself had been like no other sexual experience you ever had, but your mind can't wrap around why you felt that for this person. Again, that's the programming you're releasing. And the more of those programs you release, the more you come to a space where you are more accepting not only of yourself, but of the outer experiences. I wish I had I had to say that, Adela, for sex. Is that what you said? Creation moments? Is that what you're talking about, Adela? That's okay. Most of you will find... you tickle me, Adela. Most of you will find that in certain spaces of your journey, whether, like for myself, it's been, you know, I've been in a space of abstinence, if you will, for quite a few years. And you find that the more you anchor in your light body, if you will, you come to a space where you master your sexual energies, if you will, on who you share them with. You allow it to become a sacred connection energetically versus just sexual gratification. And, you know, for many, it's not that they take a vow of chastity. In the past, in the ancient times, we did, yes. We took that vow of chastity, and those are the soul contracts and stuff that you release along your journey. Let me catch up here for a minute, because otherwise I'm going to get too far behind. Courtney says, sometimes I feel like I'm going to pass out, but it's different than that. It's not like dizziness. It's really hard to explain. I've gone to the doctor. Courtney, so much of and that's why we encourage you, before you go to a physical doctor, really go within and communicate with your vessel, communicate with yourself, and ask, you know, again, the more you allow yourselves to communicate and really integrate all aspects of self, including the physical body, the more you integrate that and communicate to it, the more you will become in tune with it, and your body will tell you, okay, you need to go see a medical doctor, or no, this is just symptoms. You'll learn to do a scan on your physical vessel. Your physical vessel is a spacesuit, and you come to that space where you can communicate with your physical vessel, sweethearts, that it will tell you, okay, you're low on magnesium, or you need to balance the alkaline acidic pH levels in your vessel. And I can tell Zoe, okay, Zoe, do a scan on my vessel and tell me where I'm at, what do I need, what do I don't need, is there any energetic blockages, and tell me where they're at, and I'll deal with it. And Zoe is the name of my motherboard, let's just say that. And so the throat chakra, the crown chakra, all of it is just a physical upgrade. And sometimes, like I woke up a couple months ago, I woke up feeling like I was having a heart attack. Like literally, like my chest was, and I just sat there and breathed. Okay, am I having a heart attack, or what's going on here, Zoe? Talk to me. Do a scan. No, the heart chakra, the heart cavity is just being stretched open, if you will, for lack of a better way of describing it. Because, again, your higher heart, your heart, and your higher heart, the more you take those chains off, the more you let down those walls, the more you will heal within, transform those energetic blockages, and more light can pour out of your heart, if you will. The more you can release all that, the more your heart grows in light, if you will, becomes lighter. And that's where you have to, you'll come to a space where your heart will be so light that when you put it on those scales that, like Isis and them talks about, your heart has to be lighter than a feather. That's what that means. And your heart will become so huge of light that you will be. And, just like your body will become lighter than a feather. Every day, I sit there and I say, okay, Creator, okay, team, okay, so make my body lighter than a feather. I tell it that every day. Every day I say that. Okay, self, let's make the body lighter than a feather. And, but I communicate with my vessel, but I treat my vessel in a very loving way. I mean, I treat it literally as a spacesuit, and I treat it as such. I speak to it as such. Okay. It's not that your body is in a consciousness, it's the consciousness is in the body. Okay, let's see. Courtney, when it feels like you're going to pass out, honey, that's showing you need to ground. Go talk to Gaia. Go spend time in water. Take a salt bath. It means that you need to ground. You need to ground those incoming energies into your physical vessel, if you will. Let's see. Important is the grounding with the core of Mother Earth as well as connecting. Absolutely. That's how you, just like Rhea says, that's how you anchor heaven and earth. All this light comes in, it makes you feel really blissful, everything else. That's because it's activating your light body. And, and then you have to come down, you have to anchor that into earth. We are all co-creators on this journey. Absolutely. Absolutely, Sharon. Anyways, back to what Adela had said. I wish I had some. Sex is, when you can allow, sex is a lot of those walls that you have around your heart, sweet ones. Because sex has been tied into so many distortions. And when you can really observe your emotional attachments, if you will, to sex in every aspect, not just the physical gratification, but all of the emotional ties you have to sex in every aspect, every timeline, every dimension, every incarnation, and heal that, you will find that really that in and of itself helps release so much of the binds that binds your heart. Yes, 12 years for me. I'm done. I want some. Masturbation is really, and I can't believe I'm saying this. You're better off masturbating than you are just going out and just having sex with anything and anyone. And that's all I'm going to say on that. You know, it's not something I regularly practice. I'm just saying, you know, I understand. I understand that aspect of it. It's about keep dreaming, Adela. All your dreams are coming through. That's right. Keep not dreaming, keep focusing. Absence and Sharon, mastering the Kundalini. Abstinence here too. And that's not unusual on this journey, sweet ones. Abstinence is not unusual because you come to that space where, you know, the gratification of sex in the physical is no longer important. Is it nice? Is it wanted? Absolutely. Is it an experience you are supposed to have? Absolutely. Your natural state of being is in union within and without. But as you go on your journey, you get to that space where sex isn't the same as it was before you started your journey. It takes on a whole different connotation, concept, if you will. I'm not sure what word to use there. And it really becomes more of an energetic experience. And that is just, good morning, Julie. Julie, I talked about you on my video last night. Now that I see you, I want to apologize because I started to say about the message. I would really, I encourage you to share your experience yesterday. I was telling people how beautiful it was that you went through, and I really feel that everyone could benefit from hearing your experience. Beautiful. So many, you put it in such a way that was so beautiful that will help so many understand. So, you know, if you resonate with that, Julie, I would really encourage you to put it on my wall or give me permission to share it, if you will, please. Adele, I got to say it was my choice, though I decided. Absolutely, I did too.